I've had more growth on my channel in the last 6 months than I did in my whole first year on YouTube. Now, I thought I understood YouTube after my first year, then these 6 months completely changed the way I thought about making my videos. Back in January, I talked about why YouTube is so difficult and what surprised me the most during my first year and why I thought it was still worth sticking with. And a lot of you guys connected with that video, and looking back, it's kind of funny because I thought it wasn't even good enough to upload. You can learn so much in 6 months, so I wanted to make an update for that video. So, here are 5 more things that I learned about YouTube in the last 6 months. Patience saved me from burning out. One of the main reasons I'm having so much fun with learning and doing YouTube is because you literally have to like brick by brick it and build the type of channel that you want. You cannot microwave YouTube. And it didn't matter how many how to do YouTube videos I watched or how many gurus I followed. At some point in time, I just had to get in the trenches and make videos and fail to figure out what worked best for me. When I would post a video and it didn't get any views, I used to get upset. But then I had to take a step back and really think about it because how did that sound?
How dare people that don't know me, don't watch this very specific, very niche video about a very specific topic that's important to me.
It was a very entitled way to think because I'm not entitled to anybody's time for them to watch my videos. And the truth is, YouTube doesn't owe me anything. Not views, not subscribers, not a thing. So I stopped being so offended when every one of my videos wasn't a hit. Sometimes you just have to make the content that you want to make, and that's that. But also know that growth on here is clearly exponential. I've had more growth these last 6 months compared to my whole first year. And now my older videos that I made are getting views and comments, but that would not have happened if I got frustrated and quit YouTube 6 months into it. I'm not scared of doing something for the long haul because I know at the end, as long as I get better and have a good time doing what I'm doing, the growth and the results that I want will come naturally. Your videos don't have to be perfect. And with learning YouTube becomes easier over time, you also really start to feel why every video doesn't need to be perfect. So fun fact, the most popular video on my channel, the video where the majority of my new subscribers came from, when I first made that video, I hated it. And I truly thought about not even publishing it because I didn't like the way I sounded and I thought it was awkward and I don't know, everything about that video was just so bad to me. But where would my channel be today if I listened to myself and ended up not publishing that video? Because even though that video wasn't perfect or up to these unnecessarily high standards that I had, it was good enough. But more importantly, it was relatable. Go through the comments of that video. There are so many people talking about how they can relate to the same thing and that relatability is the reason why the video grew to that point. And that's really when I learned that I don't care if I can't squeeze in every detail or edit that I want in a video. A video that's done is much more valuable than a video that's just sitting in my editing software because I don't think it's good enough. And it really does feel like YouTube is a game of odds a lot of the time, but I think of it more as a game of getting better each time. Working to try and improve one thing each video has really helped me not even care if my videos are perfect by the time I'm ready to publish them. And the 80-20 rule also completely changed how I think about YouTube. It's a simple idea. 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. And apply this to whoever your favorite creator on YouTube is. Go look at their last 10 videos. I'm willing to bet that not every single one of them is a massive success. Some probably did okay, and a couple may have underperformed, but then one or two really took off. I've learned that that's just how YouTube works. And once I accepted that, I stopped putting so much pressure on every upload to be the one. Not every video needs to go viral, and not every video needs to be perfect. All I have to do is just keep publishing, keep learning, and keep improving one thing every video. The more swings I take while trying to make each video better, the more chances I get to give myself that second or third breakthrough video. I had to learn to be honest with myself. One of the main things I've learned over the last year and a half is that YouTube requires you to be very honest with yourself in regards to your content. I think it's easy to watch videos about how hard it is to succeed on YouTube nowadays and how the algorithm changes all the time or how there are so many other people posting that you're competing with every single day. And all that is true. It's absolutely true. You are competing with thousands of others every single day, and that's just a fact. But also, I had to take responsibility. When I first started posting, I would say things like, the algorithm hates me. Why aren't I succeeding? I deserve these views. And in reality, the videos just weren't good. I wasn't making entertaining videos or videos that gave value back then. And my packaging was not good enough to earn the click. And that's okay because one, I was just starting, and two, I didn't really know what a good video entailed from the packaging to the video itself. But after a while, I learned what a good title is supposed to do. I learned what a good thumbnail looks like that catches your eye. And I learned how to make decent videos with decent retention to allow for my video to be pushed out. And it's so easy to blame things that are outside of our control, like the algorithm, like being small. And sometimes videos flop. Sometimes videos just don't do good. I'll post a video that I believed in and thought would do well, and it flops. And it still stings, like I won't lie, but instead of blaming the algorithm, I try to figure out what I could have done better so I don't make the same mistake twice. And that, being honest with myself, is what allows me to keep coming back every time and improving bit by bit. I know I'll still post flops, and that's okay. I'll go back to the drawing board and I'll see what went wrong, and I'll try to be better next time. Ultimately, I just had to be honest with myself. You have to learn what type of content you want to make. When I first started YouTube, I had no idea what type of videos I wanted to make. All I knew is I wanted to start and post. Everyone said that I would kind of learn the type of content or I would learn my niche along the way, and I kind of did. Now that I figure out the area that I want my videos to kind of sit in, it's become a lot easier and honestly a lot more fun to plan out and outline my videos. And I just feel like I feel a lot more focused and confident in the future of my channel compared to when I started, and even compared to 6 months ago. Learning what type of content that I wanted to make just gave me a level of focus that I didn't have previously. And yes, you have to make content that people actually want to watch, but you also have to make content that you're excited to make. I learned that early on when I would create videos on topics that I really didn't like or enjoy, and I struggled to finish them. And if I kept doing that, I'd just burn out and I'd stop doing YouTube, but I don't want to do that. And I feel like this not only applies to like your actual videos and the niches, but also your packaging and branding too. Because when I watch those videos about how to do well on YouTube or how to get clicks on your thumbnail, I would see things like, like your face needs to show emotion. And so you start making these like, these like YouTube surprise faces, like the overly surprised ones, and with like the pointing, and I hated doing that. I hated doing that when I first started on here. Like early on, I tried doing the whole like exaggerated YouTube face thing, but it just never felt natural. It never felt like me. And once I stopped trying to copy what everyone else was doing and learned or leaned into a more simple style that actually felt natural, I like my thumbnails a lot more. And I also think that the authenticity comes through a lot more. A curious expression or a simple smile is really all I needed. YouTube really does get easier over time. This is one of those like generic sounding points, but I can say, at least for me, that it's absolutely true. When I first got started, there was this pressure that I put on myself to make videos perfect, whatever that means. And that really just didn't make sense because I was so new to everything. I didn't know how to make good videos. I didn't know how to edit. And I didn't know what made people actually stick around during videos. And so I was working so hard on these not good videos that no one was going to watch for absolutely no reason. And now, a year and a half later, even though I have a better handle on these things like editing, I just don't spend nearly as much time or have as much stress over my videos. Now, I'm a lot quicker with my editing. I'm a much better decision maker in regards to the things that I want to include in my videos, and I don't spend as much time or nearly as much time stressing out over small details. The most important thing to me is getting the video out. It's publishing the video, it's hitting upload. And now I'm not saying that YouTube itself is easy, but the process of making videos and running my channel has gotten so much easier in these last 6 months. And plus, it just gets easier to talk to the camera. You get more comfortable and you stop worrying about like the judgment factor of how you look or how others might perceive you, because that's literally what YouTube is. That's literally the point of making videos. You get over the whole being nervous of being watched while figuring it out thing, and you just make videos. When I think about the next 6 months or however many years I'll be doing YouTube, I get really excited because I feel like I still don't really know what I'm doing. I'm glad to have gotten to this point, and I'm happy that over 1,000 people intentionally chose to subscribe to me, but I still don't think I've made a truly great video yet. Like, I'm just now trying to niche down, and I'm still working on improving my editing. Like, this is literally the worst that my videos are going to look and sound ever, but I'm only going to keep getting better with reps and you all support. I recently hit 1,000 subscribers, and honestly, nothing's changed. I woke up the next morning, I opened my phone, and I started typing out more video ideas and working on more outlines because nothing magically changed. I didn't subtly know how YouTube worked exactly, and I didn't subtly become a better creator. The work is still the same. That's exactly the point, because I still have so many things to learn and so many aspects that I want to improve on, because I want to continue to grow my channel and I want to continue to grow this little community that I'm building. Now, I'm still very far from an expert or a YouTube guru, and I don't want to make a habit of making like growth videos or YouTube motivation videos because I still don't know what it takes to truly succeed on this platform. Like I said, I'm definitely not a guru, but these are the lessons that genuinely changed how I approach this platform. I'm better at recognizing what ideas fit me and my channel. I'm better at identifying when a video needs a little bit more polish, and I don't need every single video to validate me anymore. Do me a favor if you made it this far. Let me know what made you subscribe to my channel. a specific video, a specific topic, my vibe, let me know because it'll help me make better videos in the future. Now, I really enjoy making these like 6-month update videos. So let's meet back here in January next year and see where I'm at then. Like always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.